So the first thing we're going to want to talk about when we're doing a beer can chicken or wine can chicken in this case is setting your grill up. Now I've already got my grill preheating out here, and as you can see it's sitting right around 350 degrees. I'm bringing that up a little bit more. But since we're going to be roasting the chicken here for a while, I just wanted to show you real quick how we get it set it up for indirect heating method. So now a lot of grills, you've got burners on a right and left side. On mine, they happen to be front and back. So I essentially just have the back burner on only, set to about a little over medium high, and the front burner off. And once I start roasting the chicken, I'll be roasting it on the front side. So I don't know if you can see here or not, but the flames are in the back, nothing in the front. I have a little tinfoil catcher there to catch the grease as it drips, and now we'll go prep the bird. Hello everyone, Jeff Eccles here with The Lonely Vine. Different backdrop for you, different kind of show for you. So today, not only am I going to be tasting a wine, not only going to be pairing a wine with a food, I'm also going to be cooking that food for you, thanks to Jim and Jeff. So Jim asked the question, Jeff answered the question on the previous blog, and Jim asked, hey, what would you like to see Jeff cook and make him pair a wine with it? And Jeff said, hey, how about beer can chicken? Love roasted chicken. And I said, done, let's go ahead and do it. So I'm going to put it together here real quick for you, get it on the grill, and then we'll taste it up a little bit later. So to get started here, I have a nice, about a 4-pound chicken here. And you know, this is primarily a wine tasting show. I'm going to be pairing the beer can chicken with wine, so I thought, why not make it wine can chicken? See if we can, instead of using a beer and a can, we'll use wine. Now we won't use a bottle if you're thinking that, but what I have here is I have an interesting little kit. This is the beer can chicken kit. This is something from Williams-Sonoma, but it has the can on it, pretty much a beer can kind of style thing, with a little roasting pan here. You just pour it in there, set it on top, it locks into place, and so that's a perfect scenario to go with my Champollion Vouvray wine. That's the wine I decided to go with for this exercise. You know, and this is roasted chicken. I mean, really, this is something that you can pair just about any wine with. I was really going to go red wine on this one, was my plan. I was going to go with like a Côtes du Rhône, or maybe something from Chinon, or something like that. But it's like 97 degrees outside today, so I wanted something a little bit lighter, a little bit higher acid. So I'm going with this French Chenin Blanc. And I think that will give us a nice little combination. We'll see how it turns out. So I poured the wine already into the can. I got it set on here. I got my chicken, and now I'm just going to slide the chicken on top of the can here. And then we'll put a dry rub on it. Sorry, chicken. So we'll get this bad boy on here, hopefully. And you know, most people do use beer for this, and you know, the whole purpose of this is just infuse some liquid in there, get the liquid coming up through the bird as it cooks to really not dry it out, really make it moist, tender. And then when you're cooking it on the grill with the indirect heat, you're crisping up the skin and makes for just a delicious combination. So I've got a dry rub here that I've got pre-made. This is a dry rub of, let's see, there's garlic, salt, pepper, there's some fennel, there's some thyme, there's some mustard seed, think that's about it. Did I say lemon? A little bit of lemon rind. So I've got all that all set here, and I'm just going to coat and rub it into the chicken. So I'm just going to take this rub, just spread it on the bird, just start working it into the skin. Going to get this all over the front, back, up inside the wings, on the legs, everywhere. Let it get a little bit down inside the bird. Just make sure that he is happy and covered with rub. Okay, so now that I have the bird all rubbed, I'm ready to go ahead and put him on the grill. And you can see I've got him set there. I have him facing forward into the heat. I'll probably leave him facing the heat for about the first 30 minutes or so, and then I'll give him a spin as I add the vegetables to the pan, and then we'll let it cook for a total of an hour and 15 to an hour and a half. Okay, so now that the bird has started to cook, I've got about 30 minutes before I want to turn it around, and so this gives me a perfect time to start cutting up my vegetables that I'm going to add with it. Now the vegetables you add with it really can be anything you want. I like to go not only with the vegetables that I like and that I think will pair well with it, but I also like to look at the colors that I'm adding to it, to have a nice color presentation to go along with the food. And so, you know, today I have gone with red onion, some carrots, and some zucchini. But you know, if you wanted to put in potatoes in there or anything else, you definitely could. But I just thought the green and the orange and the red and the white would give a nice contrast. Now I'm going not like a dice or anything like that. I'm going pretty big chunks because you know, this is going to be sitting in that hold pan with holes in it. You don't want to really go anything too fine. Plus, I want to let these roast for, you know, an hour or so. So you want to give them time to cook all the way through and not get done too quick. So real thick cuts, big chunks are what's going to go in there. Easy peasy, just how you want it when you're grilling. There go the onions. Okay, and so you see now that we've got the dice done, or the cutting done, this is what we're going to add to the chicken pan at about 30 minutes of cooking time. Now the other good part about cooking on the grill with something that takes an hour and a half, you got it, especially when you're cooking with wine or beer, is that while you're waiting, you get to taste it. So let's take a look at this one. This is a 2010 Vouvray, so it's 100% Chenin Blanc. Color-wise, definitely a straw yellow. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer to you. Nice color on it. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on the nose. So big time minerality, big time green apples. There's definitely some apricot in there. There's definitely some onion on my hands. Yeah, definitely getting that minerality, that wet rock, that river stone kind of thing. Definitely getting a big time green apple. Definitely get some apricot. Getting a little bit of that Fruit Loop. A little bit of a box of Fruit Loops. Some Toucan Sam has got his nose in here. Let's see what's going on in the palate. Real nice acidity to this wine. Really makes me think this is going to pair well with that food. You know, that green apple, that minerality, they really come through strong on this one. There's definitely a little bit of a honeydew kind of thing, a little bit of melon coming through as well. You know, it's got a nice finish to it, and that acidity kind of like wipes the palate clean. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to pairing this one with the chicken. Maybe we should go check on it. Okay, so the chicken's been cooking about 30 minutes now. I've added some olive oil, salt and pepper to the vegetables, kind of mix those up and let them set for a bit. And now we're about ready to turn the chicken and add the vegetables to it, but let's see how it's doing. Okay, so we're getting a nice little brown on the outside. I'm going to turn it around here. Okay, so it's getting some nice color to it. And now we're going to start adding the vegetables. Done. So here is what it looks like with the vegetables added in. Already getting some good aromas coming out of this. It's smelling delicious as those onions and zucchini start cooking up along with the carrots. So like I said, we'll check back in about an hour. Gone ahead and pulled the bird off. Just making sure it's coming up to the appropriate temperature, but you can see how crisp and browned that is all over the bird. And the veggies have been cooked all deliciously. So now will come the big test. Let's see how it turned out. Okay, so chicken's done, veggies are done, wine is poured. Let's see how this whole hot mess turned out. You know, I wanted to get a good shot here of just how crispy this the skin turned out. So that's going to be the first part I dive into here. So. So yeah, the skin is really crispy. A lot of flavor from that rub coming through, and then the meat is just so juicy, so moist. Really just turned out just like you'd hope it would. So now we're gonna have to see how this all pairs with the Vouvray. You know, that minerality, that kind of apple kind of sense, you know, it really combines well with the crispiness and the juiciness that's in that chicken, and really comes off as a very good pairing. You know, and the finish really cleans the palate out. I'm ready to go in for some more. And, you know, while I'm at it, I may as well see how this pairs with these vegetables, especially this zucchini. You know, and there's that earthiness that you get in zucchini, and man, with the flavors of the wine, it really comes through. It really shines when paired with these veggies, especially that zucchini. So there you have it. There is the Lonely Vine's first attempt at cooking and pairing at the same time. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun for me, and now I really get to go dive into this bird, these veggies, and this wine for a fantastic dinner tonight. So, question for the show: what did you think? Did you like the show? Did you like the hot mess that was me cooking and trying to get the food done by myself, and then pairing it with the wine kind of as I went? I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe and all that stuff when you get a chance. Until next time, everybody. Cheers.